What's up, you guys? It's your girl Shmi and Beyonds, and we're here at Toronto's Top 6.
And it's your boy Sunshine, aka Sky High Sunny, and today we have one of the biggest person in the city, C.Rowe.
C.Rowe.
Yes. Biggest.
How are you feeling?
Feel good, yo. Always feel good.
Good. I remember seeing you in Montreal. I think it was maybe last year or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was one of your first few performances, right?
Yeah, that was actually the first time I ever toured with anyone. So like I had done shows in the city and stuff, you know, here and there. But yeah, Fame was generous enough to offer me to tour with him. And,
Fame Holiday?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was a show with Fame, yeah. And yeah, I mean Montreal was great. I love the poutine.
The growth is crazy though, cause then I see you really been doing your thing,
Yeah, I wouldn't even do a show like that now.
Yeah, I know it's like you've been opening for big artists and all of that. You've been everywhere.
Yeah.
What would you say is one of your biggest accomplishments so far?
Biggest accomplishment, maybe I'd say maybe Flow. Flow, being on Flow and having a full hour interview on Flow at their prime time, 8 in the morning or whatever. There was there was 6 figures of people listening. Yeah, no, with Ritz and and what's her name? I can't. We got to shout out Reds, right? Yeah, Ritz and Red in the city. Yeah. So yeah, that was great. That was. Probably the biggest rush I've got is doing the Roni tour, opening with him. But that's just because that was so new to me. So when I got to the point where I was opening for Lloyd Banks and Tony Ayo and shit, and that was big stuff, it felt amazing, but it was a little more normal, you know.
Okay.
But the Roni tour and Flow, being on Flow, those are probably my two biggest most heartfelt things I've had in music so far.
I really love that.
Yeah.
I would like to open for Tony Ayo too.
Yeah.
Even though I can't rap, just give me the mic.
Yo, Yayo's sick. Yayo's actually such a sick dude. He's super sick. Bro, we sent a bunch of girls up and stuff to go fuck with them and everything, and then they came back down and they're they wanna see you or whatever. Or, they said we could bring you up, and I was yeah, cause it was fucked. I was opening for him and I don't know. I put in work for that show to bring people out and stuff, and when we went upstairs and I actually got to talk to Yayo, I just had energy out my I was going crazy, and I was telling him, I was yo, I'm the best, bro, I'm the best. I was with all due disrespect to the openers, I'm the best, broski, all this shit, and he's fam, what the fuck? He's alright, show me. I just started rapping for him, and bro, him, all Waski and everything was there. They were going crazy and shit. It was seriously a moment. It was seriously a moment for me. To be around an idol and people who are majorly respected in the city and stuff, you know. So
that is really good.
Yeah, it was sick.
I want to speak to that because I was at that show actually.
Yeah, in Barrie?
No, not the Barrie show actually. I think I was thinking of the Lloyd Banks one. Yeah.
Right, in Toronto.
And your energy level, your confidence level was because you said some shit like that too. You're I'm one of the best, or I'm the best, and I was damn, your confidence level is impeccable. Where does that come from? How do you you know?
You know, someone actually right before I went on stage at that show, someone said to me, they were yo, I follow you and stuff, and you have this crazy appeal about you. Mm-hmm. And when I went on stage, I literally thought about that, and I was yo, let me just try and use that, because honestly, it's being built in me currently. Mm-hmm. But I just decided to try and feel that and use it at that show, and I feel it came out really well. And yo, honestly, you asked me 3 years ago before I started music, I didn't have this in me to even talk and do an interview and stuff and be passionate about what I'm speaking about. And it was my girl, when my girl gave all of that to me.
That's wonderful.
Shout her out one time. Shout her out.
Yeah, that's Karishma. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows. Growth is a process. A lot of growth has been going on, right? What would you say in terms of growth? Would you say is the difference between you 3 years ago and you now? Obviously, confidence is there a lot, but what else has been totally different about you?
You know, I think you nailed it. Like, it's confidence, and I say, like, other than confidence, but it's like a whole nother level of confidence has come into play recently.
Talk to us about it.
But yeah, it could, you know, it's an unhealthy amount.
Unhealthy amount.
And I'm like learning to control it.
That, though.
Would
Yeah.
you say that that's from like feedback that you've been receiving, like just like the fan love and?
I think
just,
it's a
like,
mixture of a lot of things. Yeah, and I think that's like huge as the feedback.
Do you
and,
feel
yeah.
it, like the?
I feel it.
stardom?
Yeah, I don't. I push a lot of things to the back of my head, especially when there's something so good or just so powerful or whatever. Like, I'll push to the back of my head to try and, I don't know, humble myself or like keep myself keep myself hungry. But yeah, I've been feeling over the top lately, and I think I need to like learn how to control it.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, that brings us to the next question. What is your musical process like in the studio? Because like your consistency it's noticed. So like, what do you do to keep yourself inspired, and what does that process look like for you?
Yeah, thank you. Like, I think my consistency comes off of moments, you know? I'll have moments where I'm in the studio for weeks and I have so much to get off my chest and I'll have a lot to say. And then I'll have moments where I just want to shoot a lot of videos. And I get a lot of stuff in the chamber every 4 months or so. Like, I get a lot in the chamber and then I release it quickly, you know? Probably a little too quick, but I have other things to get on to. I have the whole next 4 months ahead of me that's already ready.
Yeah,
so
let's get into that.
yeah, just a
Say you make music, like if you get in the mode, you could go really fast in making music. So like, how quick do you make a record?
yeah. Like directly in the studio. Like, my process is when I'm with my producers. Shout out Top6ix. When I'm with the Top6ix bros, like I'm just. So like my favorite song off of my most recent mixtape, Screen Time. I was walking through Home Depot and I heard this song called Rhythm of My Heart by Rod Stewart that my parents used to play. Yeah, a long time ago. And so I heard it like, oh, the rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum with the words I love you rolling off my tongue. And so I was like, oh my God, like it hit my heart. And I was about 32 songs deep into my mixtape, and we were doing like 35, and it was a week. We took like a week, maybe 6 days on
You
it.
guys made 35 songs.
All the
in
beats,
6 days?
everything. All the beats, everything.
Okay, what was the time
Crazy
span of
work
that?
6 days.
Like you made all the
6
songs in 6 days.
Everything. Like,
Wow.
but there was maybe about 4 or 5 songs I threw on there that they had made as well,
You got
my
a lot to
producers.
say.
But yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I have moments.
Life was going on.
I have moments.
Wow.
I put myself in fucked up situations, and then like it all comes back
just
to me
comes
very
back to-
quickly, whether
is-
it's good or bad, and then I have moments.
You're encouraging me now to like live more, so I could talk more.
It's dangerous.
Like,
It's dangerous.
wow.
Yes.
But yeah, talking about producing, a little birdie told me you're very involved in the creation of your songs, about the production, engineering, and
Yeah.
all of that. So is it like you have your team for that, or do you
Yeah.
exclusively?
So that like ties into exactly what I was saying. Like those are my producers that I work with, the Top6ix bros, and then like I hear that in the Home Depot, and I come back and I'm like, we were 34 songs deep. There was one more song. We needed one more song for the tape, and I was like, oh my God. When I was in Home Depot, and I was in there, and I was like, oh my God, I know what the fuck we're doing. We go home. I told him, I was like, load that up, pull the vocals from it, pitch it up real high. Oh, the rhythm of my is being. Okay, I was like, okay. Put a little drill sample on it. I told him, I was like, yeah, do that. And I was like, yo, I need like a through the whole thing. And my producer's like, you can't do that. He's like, you can't do that. It's too much. Yeah, he's like, the beat's too busy and shit. And I was like, do it. I was like, bro, and yeah, he did it, and it just went crazy. It sounded crazy, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I need. And I was like, Oh, the rhythm of my Glock is beating like a drum with the words R.I.P. coming out this gun. No, they don't want no smoke, you know, like, and I was like, I just knew exactly what I wanted to sound it, and I just wanted to have fun with it, you know. I wanted to make it like violent while it's a happy sounding song, and I just make people be like, what the fuck, bro, you know,
that makes
like.
me think of Drake 2 Slide.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man.
Are you like a writer, or do you more just freestyle in the booth?
You know, I used to write a lot. I still write a little bit, but no, I like to go off the top of my head. So when, like, once we get the beat whipped up, or at least the organization of it, a few instruments, then yeah, I just punch like every 2, 3, 4 lines, you know.
Okay, that's what's up. I like that.
So you've collaborated with a lot of different artists in the city. Is there anybody who you haven't collaborated with that you'd like to, that you would like to, that you have plans?
From the city?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the city.
You know what? Like, as I've started coming up, and I've heard a lot of artists say this, they don't really care to like work with people from the city. The city's sticky, you know. Like, when I did a track with Roni, I got like death threats, and I was like, we made a pretty like beautiful song, I thought, you know.
Really?
So with Roni.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
How do you navigate?
Yeah.
I just tell them to suck my cock. Like, I don't know. They don't do nothing. Like, no one does anything. No one does anything when it comes to me. But yeah, no, like it is what it is. I'd love to work with a lot of artists from the city. Like, I mean, I really don't care. I'll put the most people who hate each other on the same track, and then I'll release it with them. No, I'd love to work with like Pressa or Doobie.
All right.
I like
It's in the
that
universe.
I like that sauce, you know?
Yeah.
That sauce type of sound. Smiley. Oh, I love Smiley. Yeah.
And if Smiley just dropped the
Just dropped tape.
project,
Yeah.
which is going good too.
It's crazy, yeah, man. Of course.
Oh,
Of course.
I love
Every
that.
song flawless.
Alright, that's really amazing. I'm still not over the phrase you just said, because that.
What'd I say?
you know what
She wants you to say it.
Okay, talking about doing big things in the city, right? A local birdie also told me August 11th you have something coming up. You want to talk
All
about
over
that?
Instagram.
Yeah.
It's all over the ground.
Like
Yeah, it's my first headlining show.
the first headlining show, guys. What are you doing at home? Buy your ticket. Show up. Right?
Yeah, I don't even like. I don't know. I don't think I even need to go crazy with like saying, oh, it's gonna be this and that. Like, people already know what it is when I show up to Porthouse, and it's straight demon mode, and I'm gonna be going absolutely crazy that night. So, I mean, everyone be ready for craziest show in Mississauga's history so far, you know, because I'll come back.
Come back to the
Hey,
city.
we're ready.
I'm definitely ready.
Yeah, me too. You're going?
I'm
gonna have to pull up.
Yeah. They're gonna give us VIP back.
Yeah, y'all are walk in.
So like with the show that you're having, right?
Yeah.
What are the people that are also gonna be performing with you? Is there any other? You're headlining, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
What are the openers? What are the closers?
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
So yeah, I'm the big headliner. Right before me, is gonna be Persuasion.
Okay.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite artists in the city. Probably my favorite artist in the city. And yeah, I think she's gonna absolutely light up the stage. And then we got a few openers before her. We're still figuring out the order, but yeah, we got like Bugs, Mez K, Solo YS, and YBA Finna Jane.
Okay, that's great.
And we're still looking into like what maybe one or two more. You know, we're trying to work out the time lengths and everything.
All right.
But yeah, decisions will be made in the next like day or two. Yeah.
Okay.
How is that process, just before we go?
Yeah.
How is that process, producing your first,
Yeah,
headlining show?
you know, I used to actually like host shows a lot, like back in the day, just small shows and stuff, like right before, I guess, or right when I started rap. But this is like my first like big legit thing, you know. So yeah, like I think it's special to me, you know.
It is.
It's real special. I care about everything, how the flyers look, how like the pictures people are sending in look, how the sound is. That's why like even you hear the artists on the lineup, like
Yeah, what
the
goes
comments
into
are flooded.
consideration
You know,
of
the
that?
comments are flooded on my posts about, oh, get this
This
person
and
and
that
this
and
guy, this girl and stuff. And I really like went and listened to every single person that was tagged.
Okay, so what are the criteria that make you choose the people you
Man,
chose?
I'm paying these openers. I'm not even looking for them to sell a single ticket. I'm just paying them. So I just care if their music's good, man.
Oh.
I seriously just care if the music's good. I'll sell that venue out. That's fun. I want the show to be amazing. You know.
He said he's the headliner. I do this. He does this, not me. I'm speaking for him. He does this.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for being here, C.Rowe.
Of course.
We appreciate you coming through.
Thank you, guys.
Shout out C.Rowe.
You gonna do that thing you do amazingly
Yes, you
good.
already know. It's Toronto's top 6. Who we with right now?
C.Rowe, you already know Crow Gang.
Toronto's what?
Toronto's top 6. Let's
Toronto's
go.
what?
Toronto's top 6.
Okay, let's go.
Bye.
It's your girl Shmia Beyond.
And it's your boy Sunshine, aka Sky High Sunny. Thank you for watching this. Stay tuned for everything that's coming up on Toronto Top 6. You're welcome.